Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode in the podcast of Gentforge. I'm Joe Wallace, and my partner.
I'm Sean Mishi. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And as usual, guys, this is again a live podcast where we're bringing in people, really showcasing what it is that they're doing and how they're best working in their businesses, and maybe even seeing the challenges they face and yada yada yada. You get the idea. John, what makes this so great is that we get to meet a lot of interesting people, don't we?
We sure do. And I just want to also mention that our March 6th event is tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. Genforge.net.
That's right.
If you are a small business owner or looking to start a business, that's a great place to come and collaborate, meet great people, subject matter experts, and talk about all the challenges that we have in small business ownerships. And look, I'm excited about this episode because Jason, we've known him for a while now, and I can't wait to really talk about him. So, yes, go Joe.
Oh, absolutely. Well, without further ado, let's bring Jason up and let him talk all about himself. I mean, he might be okay with that. I don't know. We'll see. Hey,
guys, how
Jason,
you
how's it
doing?
going?
He just
Thanks for
magically
inviting me
appeared.
on.
Thanks for coming at short notice, man. Know you've been doing a lot,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
we're excited. We're really excited to have you on here.
I'm excited to be here. Yeah.
Awesome. So, Joe, I guess we'll start with some questions about ER Katy, and we'll go from there, huh?
Well, yeah. And I know that that's something that's really deep in everybody's heart right now is healthcare, and it has been for quite some time. And I think, Jason, you can really shed some light for us on what it is. And I know, first and foremost, I had no idea when we first met that standalone ERs were even a thing, you know. And Jason showed me when we first met how sheltered I was in seeing that. But no, fantastic. It was fantastic to me because it made perfect sense once I started to see what ER Katy was all about. But I think one of the biggest things to really get people in the right headspace right now, Jason, is really just to answer this question for me, if you could. Like, can you really kind of just share the story behind the establishment of ER Katy and kind of like its growth over the years?
Sure. So my brother, Dr. Ethan Brown, has been an emergency room physician for years, and he's worked at different places, and he's seen, anything from big hospitals to other freestandings, and he's seen the bad and the good of both. And ER Katy was kind of his idea, his concept. To take a lot of the expertise of maybe the bigger hospitals and then get the efficiency of a freestanding. He made it a little different. He started it, wanted the place to be very, probably more relaxing, lack of a better term, kind of more like a spa where you don't go in there and it doesn't have that feeling of chaos. It has kind of a warm feeling to it. We're a little more efficient than most places. You're not waiting in a crowded waiting room for a while. Most our doctors are, board certified in emergency room medicine that you'll see experienced ER nurses. So it's just a bit of his vision, a different concept that is more patient focused, more care focused. And it's just a better setting because you're coming in there with trauma. You don't need to be in a traumatic surrounding. So I think over the years, we've kind of attained that. We're always looking to improve. But anyway, he started ER Katy in 2012. So we are a little over, if I could do my math, 13 years old now. Um, so we've been, this isn't a big chain. It's just me and my brother. We have just the one location at Pin Oak and I-10, and we're just focused on making ER Katy, our one location, the best it can be.
Well, that's fantastic. And I know that it comes with its own wonderful set of challenges, especially, hey, but what I love to hear about it is locally owned. You and your brother working together, have a group of people that are involved with that too. I mean, it sounds like the creme de la creme for what we're trying to do here at Gentforge is try to shine lights on all the things that people are doing in the local communities. And how has the local community responded, just briefly? Has it been pretty positive with freestanding emergency room?
Yeah, for the most part, it's been a really good relationship because My brother's local, our family is local. Um, so we enjoy giving back to the community. We'll do CPR classes, which are appreciated. We're going to bring back our teddy bear clinics, which, we could go into a little later. We love being involved with the community because it's our community. So I think it's been a really good relationship.
Well, that's awesome. And you kind of already nailed my next question, which was going to be just, what kind of enhancements have you guys kind of provided? And you were really quick to show me that nice spa-like and, and kind of, and I've been in your weight room. I've seen the kind of nice entrance and the way you guys have it laid out. It's a beautiful facility.
Oh, thank you.
And honestly, like I've been in unfortunately had the privilege of being in quite a few health centers, and very few are actually as nicely laid out as y'all's, I think, especially just the atmosphere itself is very nice. And but what I really wanted to ask is just, what kind of strategies have you guys implemented to really ensure high quality patient care and satisfaction?
I think it starts with the staff. I know that's the cliche answer, but we try to, you of course, want the most medically competent staff, but you want compassionate staff. So that's kind of where it starts is keep things friendly and professional and warm and comforting. We don't we don't like folks to wait for a long time. We have radiology techs on staff, so you're not waiting around. So a lot of times, if you have to go in for an X-ray or a CAT scan, you're seen immediately. Your results come in quickly. So I think it's all that together: expertise, the compassion of our staff, being efficient, and getting you results really quickly.
Awesome. Well, I guess the next question then really is just what you mentioned earlier. What is this community engagement you're talking about? I want to hear some more about this teddy bear clinic.
Sure. That's something we started doing probably in 2015 or 14. And what this allows is a lot of children, well, a lot of adults too, but a lot of children are very scared of the hospital and medical situations. And what this does is kind of twofold. They moms or dads come in with their children. They bring a teddy bear, and they become kind of the doctor of their teddy bear. And they will start in like a coloring room and describe the boo-boo or the issue with their teddy bear. Then they actually meet with a couple of our doctors, who show some very basics, and then they go into the CAT scan and X-ray room, and we give them, an image of the skeleton of their teddy bear, so to speak. So we make it a really fun, positive experience for little kids. And they really enjoy it. They learn a lot, and they're not just so overcome with fear of hospitals. So it's been well received in Katy, and we enjoy doing them.
So I do want to interject because there's another area that I love is the lovely aquarium that you have in the front when people enter. And I know what new fish do you have in there? Or what have you guys done recently with the aquarium?
This is my brother's area more than mine. I know there's a giant puffer in there the size of a football. That can, sometimes kind of waves and looks at kids. They look like they're smiling. So it's kind of this big, friendly, welcoming fish. I don't know the others, but there's several different kind of fish in there. We used to have a blue lobster, which was kind of cool. So yeah, the tanks draws a lot of
Finding
folks.
Nemo? No Finding Nemo?
I don't think so. Not in that tank. No.
Gotcha.
That might be good to add if it's compatible with the other ones, but there's certain fish you can't mix.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know we've been talking about the facility, but I think I'd rather just show it actually. So we had the privilege of going out and actually scanning this into the life, if you will. So what I wanted to point out was it really is exactly as described, and definitely really appreciate, we even go behind the scenes. And there's that wonderful fish tank we were talking about. And yeah, like I said, very nice vibe, very, very interesting, and wonderful wonderful thing.
Yeah, thank you.
But I guess the next, awesome, man. It's very well. You're welcome. I mean, and it's definitely a lot of work and effort that you guys have put into this kind of, feeling that you're definitely describing. I guess the next question then, outside of that, is what challenges are you kind of experiencing now, maybe even in the past, of some of the, how did you have to adapt? I guess you could say to current situations.
Right.
COVID-19 was obviously a thing, stuff like that, just, and current things.
So it is a challenge, and for a lot of folks that don't know what a freestanding emergency room, because they're not all over the country. I mean, there's some states that have them, some that don't. Is basically you take the full hospital and you chop off the emergency room, and it's kind of, as you said, standalone. Um, so we have just about all the capabilities that the hospital ERs have. As you see right there, we have a digital X-ray. You can get all different angles. You'll leave with a CD. Results are quick. If you go into this next room, we have a CT scan. So these are things that make ERs a little bit different than the urgent cares. Is we have this imaging capability. We also have ultrasound, so CAT scan, ultrasound, and X-ray all on site. We have a radiology tech on site, so when you come in there and you need that kind of analysis or imaging, it can be done immediately. In addition to that,
Fantastic.
what you can see, so we have multiple rooms. The rooms have mobile crash carts, mobile EKG, so we can do, similar diagnoses and treatments in all the different rooms. If you move over to the left, okay, that's one of the patient's rooms. This is really cool how y'all have it set up, I have to say, as far as this interview goes. Um, we also have on-site pharmacy and on-site labs, so we can do a lot of your labs. We have PCR, we can do, COVID, flu, RSV tests. Um, we can do various STD tests with results while you wait. Um, so very, very capable to handle the whole gamut of, a patient's medical needs.
Very, very cool. No, I think that you've really shown quite a bit. Go ahead, Sean. You were going to say something?
No, I'm just glad that we're able to showcase such a beautiful facility that you have. And by the way, do you know how many patients can you support at any time? Just curious.
Depending on the severity of what's going on, we could probably do 4 to 6 patients at one given time. If you want to give really good care, that's usually the max, we will have back there. We tend to be more on the lower volume side, so that doesn't come up. It did happen quite often during COVID, which is another story. But we're relatively low volume, and what that allows is we can give a lot of attention to each patient, a lot of doctor FaceTime. So that's very advantageous, and I think is one of our advantages is the patient care and attentions, Q&A. When you leave ER Katy, it's not over. We will give you a follow-up call from a doctor usually the next day. So that's another one of our advantages.
So I noticed on your website that your patients can also pay directly online as well. I know that's always been an interesting thing where your website's it's beautiful. Joe, I don't know if you can share that as well, but it lists all the services. It has all the different tools and services you guys have. But I think is there anything else you want to showcase on that, Jason, about the website?
So
Is there anything
yeah,
specific on
I
there?
mean, so on the website, we kind of detail the different things we can do, everywhere from broken bones to chest pain, the full gamut, anything from, flu and colds all the way up to, severe trauma, severe type issues. But hitting back on the pay, for folks that that don't have formal private insurance, there is that page on cash pay. So folks can do a cash pay, which is discounted, or they can use their insurance. We work with, all the private insurance companies. And one of our things we really try to do is work to get more pay from the insurance company and less from the patient. Times are tough. Insurance premiums are high, deductibles are high. So we really do what we can to minimize what comes out of the patient's pocket. Again, and if folks have issues with billing, because billing's been a struggle for a lot of ERs, we're small. We give out our phone numbers. You can email me if you ever have questions on bills or something's not right. You'll talk to one of us, and we like, we want to engage and let folks know, they're not alone. We can help you out in different ways.
Awesome. Great. Jason, are there any new events coming up within the next couple of months that people should be looking out for?
Sure. One thing we do every month, free to Katy area, West Houston, Brookshire, Fulshire residents, is a CPR class. It's a community level. It's not, the high physician medical level kind, but it's great, for most people to learn basic CPR. So we do those the third Wednesday of every month. And as we've talked to you about, we're trying to put together our next teddy bear clinic, which will be open to families, around Katy, Fulshire, West Houston, Sealy. So hopefully we're really excited to roll that out as well. So those are kind of the main things, CPR and teddy bear clinics as of now.
Very cool. And I think a lot of people can get excited about that. When I saw a couple of the images that you had shared with me before about teddy bear clinics, I thought it was absolutely adorable. And then I absolutely appreciate the CPR classes too. That's something that's always useful. Met many people who've benefited from that. I guess my last question to you, Jason, really is, at least as far as the repertoire that we kind of wanted to hit today, it was, in your opinion, kind of what where do you see freestanding emergency rooms going in the future? Kind of how are they going to help shape emergency care? And do you think that it's going to be something that continues to gain steam?
I surely hope so. It is tough to predict, because I know a lot of insurance is pushing for telehealth and lower cost medical instruments to help patients. I hope that the freestanding ER will stick around for a long time. I think it will. We're optimistic about it, but there are definite challenges. I mean, especially post-COVID, our costs have gone up. Medicine, supplies have gone up a lot. And it's a constant fight with insurance companies to get paid on that. So there are things going on that I hope will improve that situation, as far as is the economics of it. But I'm trying to be hopeful that the freestanding emergency room can thrive for the distant future.
Well, I can tell you right now that I share your hope and optimism with that, and especially the hope, because to me, any entity that has a almost near monopoly on emergency care is ludicrous, and I would never want that for just the consumers in general, because you're it's not a benefit to them, and it won't be a benefit to everybody else who can also work and right. Also start businesses in that area. So I really hope that right. ER Katy can remain a shining beacon, that it actually
thank you.
Is.
Thanks. Yeah, our goal is to just keep the medical, the quality high, the treatment high, and the cost as low as possible to the patient. And that's what we strive for.
Yeah, those are amazing qualities, man. I really appreciate that. No, well, Jason, I guess the next question is not really a question. It really is just a task. And I have a task for you. All and right. It's something real simple. Okay. Like everybody, we do this sort of thing, pretty off the cuff. You have 30 seconds to give me an elevator pitch is exactly why I should come to you, or anything you want to say in just support of that. So you're ready,
Sure.
of course, in 3.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Too much pressure.
Not me.
Yeah.
This guy. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Jason Brown from ER Katy. Why is ER Katy the place to go if you have a medical emergency in the Katy area? One, we have virtually no wait in our waiting room where other places could have 3, 4 hours. Two, top medical, experienced doctors, experienced nurses, and technicians. You'll get the best care. We'll see you quickly. And 3, there's a follow-up. And 4, we work to reduce your costs, and we work with patients as much as we can. So lower cost, fantastic care, located here in Katy, and no wait in our lobby.
That wasn't much of a task, was it? He just nailed it. I mean, Sean, every time. It's almost like these are guys who are business owners who actually have been doing it for a while now. I feel like,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think you hit it right on the nail. I think, and that's important to understand that, when you own a business or whenever you represent a business, know your product, know your service, and always have that pitch ready. It's very important. Jason, awesome. As always, you're an amazing person, and we love what you're doing for the community, and we love what Dr. Brown's doing. And we just want to make sure that we're able to share all the great work that ER Katy's doing in our community. And of course, for those of you that know about Gentforge or don't know about Gentforge, tomorrow is March 6th, and we are going to be having our next session where we invite small business owners to come and collaborate, talk, network, and discuss the challenges of having a small business. Gentforge.net, register. It's completely free. The goal is to engage. We've got about 100 seats. Jason, we would love to have you there if you can make it, great. If not,
I'd like
it is
to try
recorded.
and make it.
Yeah, love to have you. But the goal behind that is both Joe and I will be the facilitators. And what we do is we're going to be engaging with our small business owners and to discuss various topics from finance to technologies, the adoption of AI, for example, automation. We get deep into the trenches. And a lot of times we like to come with our small business owners with trying to figure out a challenge that they have and let all of us come together and help solve that for them. So when they leave Gentforge for that session, they leave with being able to solve that problem. So that's what we're doing.
No, I really appreciate it. And thank you. I think that's very positive for small businesses in Katy, and I really like what y'all are doing, and very happy to be a part of it, and appreciate you asking me to join y'all.
Yeah, love to have you again. We know whenever there's updates going on with ER Katy or any other initiatives that you have, we certainly want you to come out and let the good word be spread. And of course, we do have a Facebook group. We do have a LinkedIn page as well. Gentforge.org is going to have a learning management system and an opportunity for people to sign up and collaborate and so forth. And this is not only virtual, by the way. We are moving this face-to-face. We actually have a couple of people that are going to be working with us for event planning and actually making face-to-face workshops and really engaging with our small businesses. And like I said, us being small business owners and paying for networking groups, we know the pain behind that. We know the pain of having to not only pay, but have to constantly engage and refer. That's not what we're doing here. This is all just to help everybody be inspired and work together. And we look at all the small businesses that are strapped for cash. Maybe you're a new business that you just don't have the funds, but you want to network with people. How would I meet Jason? How would I meet Joe? That's why we made Gentforge, just to give people that opportunity. So just to give you a little background about that.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
Right.
No, much appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe, go ahead, man.
Absolutely. Well, no, that is a fantastic point right there. And I will also add, guys, that if you're interested in the near future of joining us, feel free to go ahead and leave a question down below or a statement. It's like, hey, I want to be on the podcast. No problem. We are going out towards Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and Odyssey, and some other channels all at the same time. StreamYard is pretty crazy that way. But what's really important, guys, is on any of those, especially some of the top ones, definitely reach out to us if you're interested. And more importantly, go to our Facebook, Gentforge's Facebook, go to Gentforge's LinkedIn. We need more bodies there to actually make it so we can go live on those channels, because Facebook and LinkedIn, they're just killing our vibe, man. So we're trying our best. They put these new things in place. We're getting close to that number. Guys, just go there and check us out. And if you like that, definitely anything that we're doing, guys, feel free to like wherever you see this wonderful podcast. Until then, guys, remember, go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you're in Katy and you need an emergency room, go to ER Katy.
Yes, exactly that. And go to erkaty.net. That is a very important, guys. We need to support our local businesses. And honestly, ER Katy is a very unique example, in my opinion, as somebody who has never seen a standalone ER. I feel like it is a criminal thing that there are not more that are readily available in my area. So please support if you're in the Katy area. And Jason, thank you again for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you,
Next
guys.
time,
I appreciate the opportunity. I really appreciate it. And anyone wants to visit me there, we have coffee and tours. So come by and visit me and get a tour and a coffee. And it'd be great to see y'all.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be good. Well, that's going to be it for us today, guys. Again, the 6th, that is tomorrow. Feel free to join us at 2 p.m. And guys, we're in this together. We're going to try and solve issues that we can identify, but we can't identify it unless you come participate. So please do so and help us forge your path to the future together. Until next time, guys.
At Gentforge, we're more than a networking group. We're a community-driven initiative empowering small business owners to overcome challenges and build meaningful connections. By supporting Gentforge, you're investing in workshops, resources, and networking opportunities that help local entrepreneurs thrive. Your contribution fuels innovative events, mentorship programs, and collaboration spaces that create lasting impact for businesses and the communities they serve. Together, we can forge stronger businesses and a brighter future. Join us in shaping the next generation of local success. Support Gentforge today.